NFL superstar Tyreek Hill dislocates his knee, tears his ACL, and other ligaments. He plays for the Miami Dolphins, man. The Dolphins wide receiver Tyreek Hill dislocated his left knee during the Monday night 27-21 win over the Jets. This was the first win of the season for the Miami Dolphins. He was hospitalized overnight while undergoing further testing on the season-ending injury. Coach Mike McDaniels confirmed Tuesday that Hill also tore multiple ligaments in his knee, including his ACL. Hill was having surgery on Tuesday. Hill on Tuesday posted a video to X from his hospital bed to express thanks for the prayers and support he has received. The injury happened early in the third quarter when Hill caught a 10-yard pass from quarterback Tua on third down. Hill's left leg was twisted under him and he was tackled out of bounds. An air cast was placed on Hill's leg as teammates crowded him. Hill remained upbeat, smiling and waving to the crowd as he was driven away on the cart. For those that didn't see this play, go back and watch it. This man's his leg, his knee was entirely twisted, bro. And for him to, not cry and for him to not look like he was in pain and for him to smile as he was carted off the field, this guy's extremely tough, man. But you got to feel bad for Tyreek Hill because ever since he decided to leave the Kansas City Chiefs to get the biggest payday of his career with the Miami Dolphins, boy, has his career went down, and it's not his fault. He has an average quarterback, Tua, who's not consistent. Tua can't throw the ball that far. He does not have a good arm. He's not consistent. He's not accurate. And because of that, Tyreek Hill is not getting a lot of yards on the receiving end. You understand what I'm saying? This is what happens when you decide to prioritize money over winning. You know what I'm saying? And with this injury, we don't know if Tyreek Hill is ever going to be the same player. This is a serious injury. He tore multiple things in his leg, and he may not ever be the same player. Tyreek Hill at one point, he earned the nickname Cheetah because he was the fastest player in the NFL. I wish we could have seen Tyreek Hill versus IShowSpeed in a race. Now we're not going to get that. And I hope Tyreek Hill has a speedy recovery, man. But with a serious injury like this for a receiver, you just don't know if he's going to be the same. You don't know if he's going to be as fast. And listen, maybe Tyreek Hill can somehow, convince the Dolphins to trade him. With the injury like this, I don't know. Teams may not want to take a risk on a guy coming back from a serious injury like this. So he might actually be stuck with the Miami Dolphins, which is unfortunate. So it says he was probably in the best spirits of any player that I've ever have such a terrible experience, McDaniel said. He immediately had wide eyes and was talking. He said, "I'm good. Just make sure the guys get the win." He was focused on the team. The Dolphins responded with the 2 consecutive touchdown drives, and McDaniels believed Hill's attitude was a critical reason. He said, "I think he's a giant. I saw him make eye contact and rip a joke or two to Jalen Waddle and Devon Achani. And I think a lot of guys got back into the game provoked by what he said verbally. We talked a lot about all the stuff that Tyreek has done this offseason, and the big portion is leading by example and connecting with his teammates and kind of utilize the connectivity to make sure that his team was finishing on the right end. He was inspiring in that situation, and I think his teammates benefited from that." Hill, who entered Monday's game leading the Dolphins with 198 receiving yards, has missed just one game during the 2023 campaign in his 4 seasons in Miami. He was off to a strong start Monday night with 67 receiving yards on 6 catches. Hill, who's 31, didn't participate in team drills during spring practices and missed 3 weeks of training camp, including all 4 joint practices. McDaniel said Hill's absence in practice this summer helped the team develop an identity without him. He said, "I thought that in years past when he'd be out for a day or two, something would come up. We didn't have that same competitive spirit," McDaniel said. "I thought this offseason we were able to develop that practicing joints and doing all that. So that's productive. It should be helpful for the guys so that they're not going into uncharted territory. With Hill out for the season, Waddle becomes the Dolphins' #1 receiver, but the team will need someone to step into Waddle's former role. Second-year receiver Malik Washington is the prime candidate after operating as the Dolphins' primary target in times in training camp. The Dolphins could also use non-wideouts for production in the passing game. Tight end Darren Waller made his season debut Monday and caught 2 touchdown passes and a running back. Achani leads all NFL running backs in receptions and receiving yards since the start of last season. I feel like there will be a lot of guys in the receiver room that will have more opportunities to make plays. I have faith in them, especially from what I've seen over the camp and the first few weeks. Wallace said, football is a game and a business where you got to move forward. There is no replacing Hill, but I feel like we got guys that can get the job done. So with that being said, man, it's your boy Wavy. Stay Wavy TV. Make sure y'all subscribe, thumbs up the video, share the video. What do you guys think about this, man? Let me know in the comment section. I'm out.